Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Deck it quick. While the average man looking at this sad life. She fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like, yeah, 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. right up, watching them hand make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Him make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? They make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang. They making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you all. I can feel the love. It's in the air tonight. It's a fantastic day inside True Trading Group. In over 70% gain on one trade, about a 30% gain on another. We not only caught this move this morning to the upside, but also to the downside. I told you guys yesterday on this live stream that I really honestly don't care whether markets go up or down after you get this CPI number, because the volatility this market is providing to traders like myself is unlike anything that I've ever seen before in my entire 17-year career of doing this. You got a hotter than expected CPI number, and the market actually stayed flat, which I am shocked to see the market still sitting at 412, 413 after getting a higher than expected CPI number. But nonetheless, here we are. What the hell does it mean now if the market is going to be flat after a higher than expected CPI number? What other catalyst could there possibly be to turn this market around and to reduce and shake off this bullish sentiment that we've had to start 2023? What would make this market then turn around and start to head back to the downside? What does today's price action mean for the next couple of weeks? You have a Fed meeting that's not for over a month. You're going to get another Fed meeting at the end of March. But before that, you have another round of inflation data. You have a whole ton of other economic data points, including labor data and jobs data that you're going to be getting here in the next couple of weeks, that the market's going to be laser focused on. What does it all mean? How do we start to position ourselves now for this market? Does this rally that we've seen to start 2023, does it have more legs, or is that big pullback coming? If you didn't get it today with a hotter than expected CPI number, what could possibly cause it? We're going to answer those questions for you today, guys, and we're also going to be focused and explaining how members of True Trading Group are absolutely dominating the markets right now to start off 2023. Members had some of the biggest years they've ever had in 2022, and we have started off with the exact same playbook in 2023, taking advantage of this tremendous opportunity. We hit it not just long, we also hit it short. 2 different trades today, both of them hit. That's the type of opportunity that is in this market. I don't care whether markets go up. I don't care whether markets go down, because there is opportunity in every single corner: small caps, mid caps, large caps, stocks, options, commodities, ETFs, futures. I don't care what you trade. There's opportunity in every corner of this market, and that is not normal. But that's the environment that we find ourselves in today, and we're able to capitalize on it again today. Big day inside of chat. Congratulations, all my members. They were able to capitalize on the day. We'll talk about it, break it down, and answer all your questions right here on this live stream. Welcome, folks. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. And along with my other team of 9 professional trading mods, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform available to the retail trader today. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free, where myself, other TC Pro Trader mods, and special guests drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, market commentary, and trade ideas that can help you all become better traders. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. You don't ever want to miss out on any of these lives. We're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. Why should you care about anything that we discuss? I did not figure this stuff out on my own, guys. I began my career working at a fund in New York City, my first job out of college, and that's where I learned how to trade. I went through a 3-month educational training program where the other professionals at the firm taught us how to trade properly and the ins and outs of the market from a professional point of view. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed. But also the same year, received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, along with my team of, like I said, 9 other professional trading mods. It's not just myself. And with a staff of over 30 people, we've helped thousands of traders from all over the world. We have members in over 100 different countries. We've helped them reach their goals of becoming profitable in these markets. We are the fastest growing platform out there because we provide the highest level of university trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools. We do live workshops and provide mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, and futures for day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing as well. So it's something for everybody inside TTG. You see, we take that university level curriculum, we pair it with today's top financial tools that are worth over $5,000 a year. Tools that successful traders use to give them more information, help them make better decisions. But if you were to pay for them directly on your own, it's going to cost you around $5,000. That's a lot of money. So we've spent years as a company building relationships with those firms so we can put their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. Saves you around $5,000 a year. You also get access to all of the TGG family members, right? The TGG family, all of our members from around the world, the most educated, supportive, helpful, and successful community of traders that you're ever going to find. And of course, you get the real-time trade alerts from myself and the other professional trading mods at TTG. We send out all of our real-time alerts on entries and exits. Then we have been able to maintain a cumulative amongst all of us as a group together win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So again, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, turn on your notifications to never miss out on any of these lives. Guys, I've come on these live streams now for the last couple of days, and I do also want to quickly say congratulations to all of our new TG family members that did take advantage of open enrollment. Well, we still had it. Open enrollment is now officially closed for True Trading Group. So we did run a little special there for open enrollment for people that wanted to come in and join the TGD family. I told you guys we were going to be laser focused today. I told you that we were going to be, lasering in to make money inside of chat today. I told you I really didn't had a game plan, whether the markets went up or markets went down. We had a specific game plan. We talked about it. We capitalized on it. And congrats to all of our new members. We've had a ton of new members that have joined over the last week or so between the Fed and between inflation. There's been so much going on, and everybody's, worried that they missed the bottom of the market. And is the recession canceled? Is the bear market over? Is this a new bull market? Is it time to buy everything? The retail trader is back to all-time highs as far as retail order flow from a percentage of volume on the overall markets. And a lot of people were like, you know what? I'm not going to screw this up this time. I screwed it up royally in 2022. I never sold anything in 2021 because everybody on social media told me diamond hand to the moon. You kept buying the dip in 2022. You got your head taken off. You panicked and sold at the bottom. And now you're coming flying back into the market. And a lot of people said, the hell with Discord, the hell with Reddit, the hell with Twitter. It's filled with a bunch of garbage nonsense that will never help you guys succeed at this. I'm going to do this the right way. I'm not going to mess this up again. And we had a lot of people take advantage of that open enrollment, but open enrollment is now officially closed. True Trading Group has been growing tremendously over the last couple of years, and I want to slow down the pace of that growth. So from now on, if you want to join the TG platform, you first must join our trial membership. It's a 7-day trial. It's only $3. You can go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3 spelled out.com. You'll enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this. You'll fill out an application, and then if accepted, you'll be prompted to pay $3. It is a one-time payment of $3. We do that just to make sure that you are, in fact, a real person, and we don't have a bunch of free trial members coming on and spamming our chat when myself and the thousands of members that are in there during the day are laser-focused trying to make money. I don't want anybody disrupting the integrity and the quality of that chat room and disrupt and stand in the way and impede other people's profit-making process and opportunities, and that's how we do that. It's a one-time payment. There's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade. There's no recurring payment. None of those games. It's just a one-time payment of $3. Everybody has $3. All right. So you go to ttg3 spelled out.com. You join our trial, and anyone that joins the trial membership today, you guys will have a chance at a free annual membership tomorrow. We are going to be giving away a free annual membership tomorrow. So anyone that joins that trial, you have a shot at a free annual membership tomorrow. So go ahead to ttgthree.com, join that trial, and then based on your engagement, we may or may not invite you to become an annual member officially of the TG platform. But you'll get 7 trading days on the trial. Come and chat, trade with us, and see if TTG is right for you. It's right for thousands of members from all over the world. Our members in True Trading Group are taking advantage of this opportunity and this volatility. They're making money and they're becoming better traders, especially on days like today. You don't have to take my word for it. Matter of fact, I know my word doesn't mean much because what am I going to say? Let's be honest. Am I going to come on here and be like, oh yeah, all my members are losing money? Of course, I'm not going to say that, right? So I understand when I say things like that, it doesn't mean anything to people that are not members and they're just viewing this channel for the first time. You may not know True Trading Group. You may not know me or my background. That's why it's important for members to tell you themselves. Members of TTG, do me a favor right now. Very simple question. Type the $ in chat right now. Okay. All right. Type the $ in chat right now. If you are making money and becoming better traders because of TTG, go ahead right now, guys, and type the $. So any member, just go ahead and type that $. You guys can see if you're not a member, just pay attention to how many people are typing the $ on this side of the screen. These are your peers, folks. These are your peers. If they can do it, so can you. They're not smarter than you. They don't have more money than you. They're not luckier than you. They don't have more experience than you. The only thing they have that you don't is a professional level of education, professional tools, and they're part of a community that generally gives a damn whether or not they succeed or fail. So you guys can see right there all the people that you're seeing typing the $ right now. If they can do it, so can you. If they can do it, so can you guys. All right. So congrats everybody on what was another fantastic day inside of True Trading Group. Guys, you know, this environment, you know, I see a lot of people that are kind of like freaking out and pulling their hair out of their head because the market is going up to start 2023 when everybody told them just a few months ago that the market was going to go down 80%. And they were told that the world was ending. They were told we were going to have a Great Depression. They were told that we were going to be in, you know, bread lines and everyone's going to be going to the soup kitchen and we're going to have the greatest depression that this world has ever seen. Now those exact same people are either nowhere to be found, hiding under their bed, crying that they sold out of their stocks at massive losses right at the dead bottom. And if they had held on to them or if they had bought more, they would be now actually up money instead. Or those people have just disappeared and have nothing to say. Take advantage of this volatility and take advantage of this opportunity like we did today inside of True Trading Group. We hit this not just to the long side, but also the short side. Long Microsoft, short ENPH was a banger of a day today. And it was actually a day where, speaking of Valentine's Day, myself and one of our other moderators in True Trading Group, we actually went after the exact same trade today, which sometimes happens where some of the moderators, listen, we see a trade idea, another moderator sees a trade idea, another moderator sees a trade idea. We all like it. We all jump on it. We go after the trade together. And that's exactly what happened today. Short end phase off of relative weakness, off of a key resistance level was an absolute beauty of a trade. So in order to start off this live stream, I want to go and I want to recap the day. I want to recap the big wins in end phase and then also Microsoft. And then we will get into the bigger picture. We will get into what does this price action mean for the overall markets now that the CPI report came in hot and the market did not sell off. What does that mean going forward? What catalyst can we expect to move the markets now over the next couple of weeks before you get your next CPI number, then eventually another Fed meeting? We'll talk about that all on this live stream. So everybody, I want you to give a big warm welcome to one of our other TTG moderators. Everybody give a big warm ayo to Shy.
Ayo.
There she is, my duet today.
My Valentine today.
My Valentine today. I told my wife, I go, babe, listen, I have a Valentine, a second Valentine for today. Yes. Don't be upset.
Don't be upset.
Right. Don't be upset because, you know, these are the things we got to do to pay for this life. So you can't be upset about this. You got to let this one slide. So yeah, great stuff today, man. Great stuff today. A beautiful trade on end phase, guys. And this is the trade that Shy and I were both able to capitalize on. So just so you guys understand, I trade the equities. Shy trades the options. So she bought put options. I shorted the stock, but both still looking for the exact same move. And that's exactly the move that we got, ripping profits all along the way. I'll also give you, whenever I enter an option, whenever I enter an equities trade, like whenever I enter a large cap, I understand not everybody has the capital to short a $210 stock, right? I understand that. So whenever I enter a large cap trade and I enter the equity, I always give people an option contract to follow me in the trade. So when I entered the stock short, I shorted ENPH at 210, the equity itself. I told members that they can go after the the February 24th expiration, $207.50 strike put option. At the time of the entry, the trade, the option was around $7 a contract, and it went all the way to $12.25. A lot of members able to exit there around that $12 area for about a 70% gain on that put option. Shy trades the weekly expiration. So she's going after the February 17th expiration, a lot more volatility. And that one was able to rip off a triple digit gain, just an absolute monster. So congratulations, all my teaching members. If you guys make money on this trade today with Shy and I, sound off in chat. Tell us how you did, right? If you guys are, if you're sitting there eating your chocolate covered strawberries, you're sniffing your roses or whatever it is, you thought it was going to all be a red day today. There's a lot of green going on here. So screw the red. It's a green Valentine for us. So sound off in chat. Tell us how you did, guys. I'd love to see it. So Shy, tell us, kind of walk me through ENPH is that's your baby.
Yeah, that's my baby.
It's a stock that's always on your watch list. You always are looking at it. It's something that you and members have been able to make a lot of money with. So kind of tell us, what were you thinking about? Like, what was the analysis today on this setup?
Well, I always say I'm TTG made, meaning that I had no training experience before I joined TTG. So everything that I know is from like the courses and the mods and other members. And now that I'm a mod, like I give back. But one thing the professor, we have someone, his name is Jason Simmons. And when I used to wake up early and listen to him talk, he gets you ready for the day. He will always say, just find one stock, right? Like if you can find one stock that you can trade every day, then you're golden, right? Because you know that you can come into the market and you can make $100, $50 to $100 that day.
Right.
So for a while, all I traded was Apple. And then that was the first option I've ever did. And I just traded Apple for like months. Then I traded Amazon when it was like $3,000, and then I had some success with those. But then I found ENPH just on like a fluke kind of, and it turned into my baby. So anytime that there's like anything going on in the market, how like Mike, you have a bad day and something going on, you go to your wife, like that's kind of like ENPH is like my baby of the market. Like anytime there's something going on in the market and like it's a lot of noise, I just go to ENPH because I'm like, I know the levels by heart. I can trade this and not even have a chart. I can trade this driving down the street. And so when I came in today and we had a lower CPI and then the market's ripping, I'm like, nope, I'm going to ENPH, just to see what's going on here, because if I'm gonna trade anything up or down, this is the stop that I'm focused on. And I mean, my analysis was pretty much like the same as yours. We opened up and I was looking for that. I give ENPH ranges. So I give it like a 210, 212 type of range. You said 211, which is in the exact same range. And I said, yep. I said, if we get right there, I'm shorting this. Like I'm buying puts. And I was looking at the 205s, and then the 207.5 for this week had a little bit more open interest. So I think I hopped in before you hopped in, because I hopped in on like the push, and then you came and hopped in, and I was like, it's gonna be a duet. It's gonna be a duet. And you were in Microsoft, so I'm seeing ENPH, right? And you're in Microsoft. It's just going up, and ENPH is not moving though. Like the market is brushing the 215 ENPH, and I'm just watching Charmed and drinking my coffee, as I do in the morning. I'm just chilling. And I'm like, well, I'm not really worried because my stop was 212.50. Because you have to give it, I told you that $2 range. So you have to give it a little room.
Yep.
212.50. So market's pushing. I'm looking at Apple, it's going bananas. Nvidia is like to the moon. Tesla out of control. ENPH.
It's dark. Just
no gas. Let's just say no gas.
No gas. This thing did not have the juice, man. This thing did not have the juice. I mean, and I want to show you guys, and Shai brings up a really good point about the zone or the area, right? The area, this is a very key aspect to trading that a lot of inexperienced traders do not grasp and don't necessarily understand, that the more volatile an individual stock is, the wider its support and resistance zones are. I want you to stop thinking of support and resistance as one price and start thinking about it as a zone or an area. And the more volatile that stock is, meaning how big is the move from its low to its high? Like if you have a stock that, the low of the day is 198 and the high of the day is 212, that's a very volatile stock. That's a very big range on a daily candle versus a stock that has $1.50 range from low to high. That's a low volatility type of stock. And maybe a $3 or $4 range from low to high is like a medium level of volatility. And understanding that different level of volatility can help you gauge the width of a support or resistance zone. So you heard Shai say her watch list today was ENPH, and she was looking for short 210 to 212, that zone. I came on the mic and said, guys, once we get around 211, I want to be shorting ENPH. That is the exact same zone. I drew that zone here for you guys on the screen. You'll notice that between yesterday's support, when you go back to yesterday's support, you have yesterday's close, you have this previous resistance before the stock broke out yesterday, you have this previous structure from February on Friday from the 10th, and then prior to that, you had this level of resistance. So it's like, as I get rid of this level, I'll just draw out for you guys like the support levels, right? You see the support levels, and then you also will see there's the resistance level, okay? And then here you can see resistance, and then here you can see support, and there you can see the low of the day. I mean, the close rather, yesterday's close, sorry. And that is what gives you this $2 range of resistance. So this level is why we said to push into that zone, we're going to want to be short. Now, in the meantime,
do you have pre-market data on here? Because if you was to turn on like the pre-market data, the high of pre-market was
here.
Yeah, the high of the pre-market was in that zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There. So here's your pre-market data is on, and
like
that's
a double
right
top
here
pre-market.
Right there is what we're talking about, guys. See that's the high from pre-market. So right also inside that zone, right? So that's where you really start to get that level starts to become visible. Not an easy level to identify for a newbie or someone that has an untrained eye, but this is a volatile stock, and that's how you start identifying, these levels of resistance. And that's what. Let me take this off.
Pre-market.
Just clean the chart up a little bit for people. But so then you can see that off the open today with the gap down, we bounced back into that zone. And then I believe Shai grabbed her puts. I believe right there is where Shai stepped in. And let me delete that. And Shai stepped in and bought her puts. Oops, I drew too many boxes. So Shai stepped in and bought her puts right there. And then I turned around and I got short the stock itself right there. Yeah. So my short, I actually got short 210 on the button, 210.00 was my fill. And Shai jumped into the February 17th expiration. What strike did you have, Shai?
I bought the 207.5s for this week.
Okay.
Yep.
207.50s. It was like $5 and change or something like
410.
that. 410?
Yes.
Oh my God.
$4.10. And a lot of members caught like between 410 and 430, so we could call it like 420.
Yeah, call it 420 on that average entry. Fantastic, guys. And that's where we stepped in and we took that short. But I want to also point out to you guys that, like, as we're sitting here looking at ENPH, if this is a level that we want to be short, look at what the SPY was doing at that exact same time. The SPY was ripping, right? So the SPY is ripping to new highs, going back and testing yesterday's close, but ENPH could not get up into yesterday's close, showing us a sign of relative weakness. You take a look at NVIDIA, very quickly went red to green. Red to green, right? Tesla very quickly went red to green. So you're seeing a lot of these stocks, okay, that were relatively weak in prior days. Look, Datadog, red to green. A lot of these stocks went red to green very, very, very quickly. And you see the weakness showing itself early on ENPH. So that's when we went ahead and we took that short. And then as soon as the market As soon as the market stalled out, it's not a coincidence. You see the market stalls out at 10:15. Well, let's go and look at what ENPH does at 10:15. Here's 10:15. ENPH stalls out. The market pulls back, and ENPH gets absolutely slaughtered.
Crushed.
And we just start ripping profits off the table all along the way on this move to the downside. And it turned out to be an over 100% gain for those of you that jumped on the 17th.
120. Some people hopped into 205s and 200s. They were like 140s, 130s. But for me, it was about a 120% gain. So from 410, we got to like 880, and then a little bit at $9. So yeah, it was a monster trade, and for me, it's an easy trade. Like, it was just a relatively easy trade. You just pick out it's number one. It's something that I trade all the time.
Yeah. And
then it was giving me relative weakness against the market. So pushing back into a key zone. I mean, it was just like a easy trade for me.
Yeah, it was stress-free.
Yeah, it was stress-free.
That's the way that sometimes guys, when you enter your trade, sometimes the stock makes you work for it. And sometimes,
because it never went over my entry price. So right. I was never at any risk of stopping out. It just it just went sideways as the market went up. And like, it's just a banger, man. Like, it's just a banger. And to know that I found my groove with TTG. Like, I can identify this. I'm looking at pre-market. I'm like, oh, it's pushing up into that zone. All of this is just straight TT. Listen, I call it how it is. I'm a veteran. I'm in the military. I'm honest. I'm not blowing smoke. I've had no idea of how to trade. I knew nothing but AMC, GME. My brother introduced me to some crypto. Everything that I know now is from TTG. And you just 100% bangers, man. I mean, I come on here. I was on here last week with 100% banger, right? That went the week.
I was like, this is what I do.
The week before, I was on here with 100% banger. I mean, y'all joining. I'm on here every week. Y'all not in chat with us? What else you need?
What are you doing? What are you doing if you're still not?
What else do you want?
What are you doing? Oh man.
What else you want?
You heard it straight from Shy. This is not something that when you watch Shy's trading and you watch her execution, you would think that she's been doing this for 10 years. That's not the case, right? She came to True Trading Group knowing nothing about options or the markets. All she knew was everything that was going on social media with AMC and GME. And
when was that? Like 2 years ago? What was AMC?
Yeah.
I've been trading for about 2 years, y'all.
Yep.
But 3 years, 2.5. Let's call it. But really learning, like joining True Trading Group, I joined like that October. So I hit my 2 years. So about 2 years, y'all. But I put in a lot of work. I went to all the study sessions. I had a one-on-one. I was always an STR. I was always asking questions. I woke up, before Mike came on at 9:15 with his watch list, and I went to the Colada Club. Like, I just really invested my time in myself, and I've been able to quit my job. I've been able to take trips with my family. I've been able to become a moderator. I've been able to give back, like just a life-changing experience for $1,000. Y'all playing yourself. Excuse me, Mike. I'm gonna just say it. Like, y'all kind of playing yourself a little bit, because y'all lose more than that. I know you do. All right. But like here, I would be, okay, here's the crazy thing. I would be doing this if I wasn't a moderator. Like, I would just be at home by myself, chilling, making money, no one knowing, still quit my job. I would be doing this even if I wasn't a moderator. Like, this is something that I can pass to my brother and my nieces and my nephews and my family. Like, I would be doing this regardless. I found ENPH when I became. No one was trading ENPH like this. Like, now it's on everybody's watch list.
Yep. I love it.
And you can find your baby too, and sit at home. And on Valentine's Day, make some money, buy your girl something nice. If you're single, buy yourself something nice. You can buy your husband something nice.
Hell
But
yeah.
this is something that you can do.
It's true, guys. I'm telling you, You don't need an Ivy League education or Wall Street experience to get this stuff. You guys join our platform, you're going to get access to, the same level of education that I received when I worked at the fund, and that's the difference maker. The difference maker is that people and members are learning the proper way. They're not learning, naked short, buy, hodl, diamond hand to the moon. That's not the proper way if you become successful. And anyone that's on here, that if that's what you've been doing for the last 2 years, it's not working for you. And it's silly for you to continue to try to do the same things over and over again, knowing that they have not been working for you for 2 years, assuming that one day that's all going to change. The only way that that's going to change is if you change your process. And there is no shortcut. There is no secret. There is no easy way. There's no special pattern, equation, algorithm, or indicator that's going to help you guys become successful. The only thing that will help you actually become successful is a real professional level of education, access to real tools, and to be part of a community that actually gives a damn if you guys succeed or fail. And you can join our trial membership right now. It's 7 full trading days. Just go to ttgthree.com. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this. It's 7 trading days. The weekends do not count against your 7 days. All right. It is, and neither do holidays. We have a holiday coming up on Monday. That does not count against your 7 days. Okay. So it's $3, one-time payment, no automatic renewal, no recurring payment. Start to see what a real professional group, start to see what a difference that can make in your trading.
Listen, it's $3. All right. Y'all spending more than $3 today on somebody that you're just trying to get to know.
Shai, my Starbucks is $5.
Listen, you better go take that. You about to go take him out or take her out to dinner today for more than $3. All right. Exactly. And then if you don't like it, it just expires, y'all.
That's it.
It's over. You don't gotta do it anymore.
Adam, what's up, bro?
Hey, Michael.
Hello, Adam.
Adam has a confession.
Adam what?
Adam has a confession. A confession.
I don't have a confession.
You do, Adam? What's your confession?
It's not a confession. Chai and I had a conversation the other night, although I'm not sure we're on the same page of what we're talking about.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, no. It's just Jason sent me something that distracted me. So I wanted to say something about Chai for a second. Chai, can I mention the thing about the job or no?
Yeah, no, you can mention it.
Okay, that's what I was. That's what I meant by the conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So as most of you know, Chai just became a mod in the new year, right? And before she became a mod, so I'm so sorry. My kids have been keeping me up. It's really messed up, actually. Before she became a mod, she was with us for a while, and then she became a mod. And then, and then she had a personal loss that had transpired, and that put her in a position to where she needed to kind of step up, and not needed to, but chose to step up and help support her family. Which is something that I relate a lot to because I employ Mike. No, I'm just kidding. My brothers work for True Trading Group. I support most of my family as well. So it's something I really related to. And Shai had the opportunity to take a very lucrative 6-figure job.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. Done. A very lucrative 6-figure job. And
very, very lucrative.
And instead, Mike, did I tell you this?
No. This is the first time I'm hearing this, Shai.
Yeah.
So I thought that Shai was going to quit, which I would have totally have understood the other night. And And instead, she decided to go all in with True Trading Group instead.
Yeah.
And I felt very, very humbled by that.
Wow.
And very, very grateful that not only do our members support us, but the people that are working with us see enough of what it is that is happening here to want to be a part of this as well.
Amen.
And it adds a lot of pressure to continue to do well. But it's also something pretty amazing.
Yeah, when I called Adam, and this is because I was going through, so I got offered the moderator position, then I got offered this position with the federal government that I had applied for like 6 months ago. They just take forever, right? And we was kind of working out, we was negotiating all this stuff, and I was really having like one of those moments in my life where you have to kind of decide your trajectory of life. I can go and take this position and I'm guaranteed like security, safety for me and my family. Or I can do this trading thing in which I love, but I've always had a security blanket to fall back on. I went to school and I have my master's, and like this is what, like, essentially in my mind I'm thinking like I kind of worked to get to this level in my career, and now that I'm here, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna ride with TTG. So the purpose of me calling Adam was to say, hey, I'm making this decision, and this is something that I was talking through for weeks with my family, with myself. I was weighing pros and cons. So I'm here. So if I'm here, then this has to be a safe place for me. If I'm here, then you got to be here. Like, if I'm going to show up every day, then you got to show up every day, because this is the biggest decision that I've ever made in my life for myself and for my family. Wow. And if I'm going to stay with TTG and I'm going to be here and I'm going to give y'all 100% every time that I'm on the mic and I'm going to work this out, then I got to have Mike and Adam right here, behind me. And I got to have I have to have some security, because I'm giving up something that I know could be very secure to take a chance on myself first and TTG. So I'm here. Y'all got me.
I did not know that. And
I could have sworn I told you.
No, I didn't know that. That is definitely, it is humbling. And I am so happy that you chose your passion over a security blanket, because this is something that what you have been able to accomplish so far in just 2 years. And I've said this to other, like, you guys are familiar with Jess, and she's been on here. We said this same conversations because she's been with us for a little over 2 years as well. So similar kind of time frame. And you see what you've been able to accomplish during this time period. And think about where you can be 5 years.
Yeah.
Think about where you can be in 10 years. And now all of a sudden the 6-figure security blanket stops looking like a security blanket and starts looking like a ball and chain. And everybody wants to become, a full-time trader because of the freedoms that it allows, and to spend time with family, and to, have time for your hobbies and work for yourself and directly reap the rewards and the benefits of your labor, instead of making somebody else, more wealthy off the back of your hard work. But your hard work will directly impact the size of your pockets. And it's
no different than the 2 buyouts that Mike and I have turned down.
Yes.
We started True Trading Group.
Yep.
We got a buyout offer right before we launched True Trading Group in 2016. That if we did not launch True Trading Group and we turned the brand over to this other company, they would give us $1 million cash, and we turned that down.
Instantly.
Instantly.
Like that was the easiest decision of our lives. We were like, what? Get out of here.
The second one was what was it, 2020? Yes.
No, I think it was later than that.
It was right around 2020 or 2021.
I think it was 21.
We were offered between 35 and $50 million to sell True Trading Group. I gotta tell you, some of you people make it really, really hard. Some of you people make it so hard. That I look back and I'm like, yeah, I should have done that. But most days, I'm grateful that I did not. And it's a scary thing to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
I just said, I'm mid-30s, and I'm kind of like, I've never taken a chance on myself before, right? I mean, I have like with education and, getting out of the military and stuff like that, but it's like, this is a chance that impacts everything that I have. Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to be a full-time trader. I am a full-time trader. I'm not like, that's the end of it. And then to have like a lot of personal stuff happen and someone call me and say, hey, we're going to offer you a greater salary than you've ever had before in your life. Because I've made 6 figures before, but like, this is like above what I made before. And I was conflicted. Like, I was just so eternally, I was filling out the background. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm supposed to go get my fingerprints done. Like, I'm pulling it off, because I'm so conflicted with that. And I just said, hey, my sister, my brother, my family, I'm like, I'm just go for it. I'm gonna just see, if I don't, then I'll be sitting at a desk wondering like what I could have been as a trader. But I already know what going back to a desk looks like and feels like. I already know what it looks like. You
know how that story plays out.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious real quick. How many people on here right now are not True Trading Group members? If you're just watching our streams, there's like 700 people on here, which is impressive because it's National Singles Awareness Day.
I put it, I got some of my military friends on here. I shot them out on
nice. Yes.
I send them, so they come when I call. Most of them.
Well, listen, for all your military friends from TTG, I'll say thank you for your service, each and every single one of you.
Yeah. I would really like to know how many people on here are not a True Trading Group member. Can you go ahead and type TTG in chat real quick, please? If you're not a member of True Trading Group, go ahead and type TTG in chat. I have a question for you. Don't worry, we're not going to sell you.
It's not going to sell you. Our open enrollment's quarter.
Yeah. All right. Jared 5088. Again, if you're not a member of TTG, just type TTG in chat for us, please.
I know y'all on here because y'all texting me.
Yeah, I know that there are people on here too.
Here we go. Oh, they got my sister. She's here. Hi, Bob Haley.
Nice.
Nice.
They said, no way y'all are real. Jared 5088. No, we're real. It's real.
Oh, we're real, Jared.
It's not all members. I could see it in the
poll.
In the poll on there. So I know it's not all members, but it's all right. You know what happens also is that people sign on late when we don't do the same time. And then they don't know to click the live button on YouTube, so they're behind.
My best friend just texted me because she didn't know that I didn't take the job, and she said, "You didn't take the job," like all caps. Because like they offered me, and then like we was negotiating salary, and I was telling her I'm not going in for less than this, and they gave me more than what I asked for. She was like, "You didn't take the job," like all caps, like big faces. She was like, "Man, you inspire me so much. That's scary as F, but dope." Also, I can't write in chat because I'm at work, but tell them I'm not a TTG member, but I'm here.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I'll tell you this. I don't know if it was, I didn't have a fancy college education or a team of people supporting me, and I started with absolutely nothing and bet on myself because I didn't have a choice. Right? It was either bet on yourself or kind of, go away. And betting on yourself is the hardest thing that you'll ever do. There is no safety net when you bet on yourself. Chai, I have built 3 different businesses since I started when I was 21 years old, and I just turned 39. In total, those businesses have netted almost $100 million in revenue.
Crazy.
And I still have anxiety
Yeah.
about it never being enough, about somebody pulling the security blanket, about how it's all on my shoulders and how it, and how there's no, it's the truth, like that feeling never actually goes away.
And I think the fact that I've only been a mod for about a month or like 6 weeks, and it happened, it's so early in me doing this, and I got 15 years of experience in IT. I have I've been a mod for a month, so it's like this little, like the fear that creeps up in the back of your neck that you got to kind of like shake it away.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, if something happens and you gotta go find another job in IT or something, that'll always be there. That'll always be there. If something happens, God forbid, and I gotta go start an online marketing company or get a job at an online marketing firm or something like that, that'll always be there. Most people never take the shot to bank on themselves. Most people feel like they need the security, that they need the constant paycheck, that they need to know. I need to know that things are going to be okay. I can't afford to know that things are not going to be okay.
Right.
Well, then you're not willing to pay the tax to get to where you've never been. If you're not willing to go into it knowing that nobody knows if it's going to be okay. Nobody knows if you're going to become crazy successful or if you're going to fail miserably. It's also not important. And I say that because you go ahead, you put one foot in front of the other, you keep doing the right thing for yourself, you show up, you do what's needed, and then the results kind of out of your hands at that point. And that way you know that if it does work, you did everything that you had to do and you left everything on the table. And if it doesn't work, then you know that you did everything you needed to do and you left it all on the table. Either way, you're going to walk away a winner. And that is super important. Most people do not allow themselves to even contemplate the thought of what you did on a serious, for a serious thought. They have the thought, they really like the idea, but they don't take it. You know what I mean? They sit there and they mentally, massage themselves, on these goals and these thoughts, but they're unwilling to do what's needed to get there. Or they're only willing to do what they deem is enough, which is crazy in and of itself, because if you've never been to your goal, then how do you know what it takes to get there anyways? So it's one of those things, man, where like,
and I kind of question myself because, you know, like I said, I'm young, so I'm not gonna say I had a very fulfilling life, but I've done some crazy stuff, right? Like I have this saying about being scared of anything. So anything that I was ever scared of since I was a child, I would just do it. Like I can ride motorcycles, like anything that you can think of that's crazy. Like I'm a certified, I can go and skydiver. I got certified, like anything that scares me, I would just do it. And it's crazy how money changes you a little bit, right? Because you're like, okay, well, I always wanted to. We all have a purpose. Like I want to find something I'm really good at. I want to find something that's mine, and I want to find out like my purpose, what I was put on this earth to do. And it's like it landed right in my lap. Like, Shot, you are a hell of a trader. Like a lot of people can trade, a lot of people do trade, but like it's something about these charts and these numbers that just click for me. And then I get the opportunity to do it for myself personally. Then I get the opportunity to do it professionally with you all, right? And we're chilling and be a part of the group. And then the fear is still kind of there, right? Then you get offered the job and the fear just comes back. And it's like, no, like I told my sister all last year, all I want to do is trade. I just want to quit my job so I can trade. That's all I want to do. And then it happened. Then I got it, and I'm like, well, you know.
Yeah, it's there's a saying that goes, you know, be careful what you put out into the universe. Be careful for what you ask the universe. Be careful for what you pray for, because you just might get it.
And I got it. And then I got to do it like personally. Then I get to do it professionally. And then I get to do like we're going to Miami. You know, hey, life is good. And then I get this job. Like, well, you know, like it's just that self-doubt.
You know, and it almost feels like the universe does that crap on purpose, right? Because I'll tell you what, you know, Mike and I, when we pivoted from our last business into this business, we were getting offers all the time from people that wanted us to dip a toe back in that water, and you know, offering, you know, I think it was a year ago, I got offered like $1 million to market some company or something like that, some public company, basically promote another garbage penny stock. And it was for like 1 month of work, you know, and it's so stupid. And I'm sitting there and I'm, you know, you think about it for a second, because you'd be lying if you said that you wouldn't, you know, and it was just as things were like really solidified, you know, everything's like going really well. And obviously we, you know, I said thanks, but no thanks, but it's just the universe throws that crap at you.
I think it just wants to test you and see if you're really serious about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, and then once you can be solidified in what it is that you're going to do, you know, then that's it. It's amazing to me. There's a lot of people that want to be successful. That really, really want to be successful, that really, really want to get this, that really, really, whatever. Those are the same people that, you know, open their app late or come into chat late. Those are the same people that are not paying attention. Those are the same people that have not finished the course, the same people that blame other people, the same people that refuse to pay $50 for Trader Palooza, you know, which is just literally mind blowing. You know, the same
people that won't pay $3 for a trial.
Oh,
it's a trial. Like we're not even asking you for anything.
The trial part is a little bit different. I get it, because like so many people have these trials. You sign up for the trial and then you get charged again after 7 days. And people don't understand that it's literally 7 days, then it just expires. The $3 is to show that you're a real person, right?
Okay, how about this? I was a trial member before I joined. I joined the trial. Like if you go back and look at I joined the trial for $3. All right, I was a trial member. It's just,
Yep.
it does not, they're not going to keep charging you $3. Like you're going to just be in, and it's not even like 3 regular days, it's 3 trading days. So I think President's Day is next Monday. So that day doesn't even count.
Yeah.
7 trading days.
Seven trading days.
Seven trading days, but President's Day is next Monday. So like you.
Oh yeah, that doesn't
that
count.
day doesn't count.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Markets are closed, but that will not count against the trial.
Yeah. I have a question. How many entrepreneurs do we have on this stream right now? How many people bet on themselves, have their own business? Go ahead and type the letter E in chat. Type the letter E in chat. If you have your own business, if you bet on yourself on a daily basis, if you don't really have a safety net, type the letter E inside of chat. We got Chris, Heather, a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I respect that, folks.
Those same people that are asking that are typing the letter E, right? Same people. Here's a question. How much money did it cost you to get your business off the ground? Give me a ballpark. Type a ballpark number. How much did it cost to get your business off the ground? Just ballpark it. $450,000, $50,000, $50,000, $300,000, $30,000, $50,000. Somebody put up their house as collateral. $500,000, $50,000, $45,000, $10,000, $50,000, $250,000, $8,000, $39,000, $100,000, $25,000. Okay, you get the point.
Crazy.
Now, the point I'm trying to make by asking this question is that when you sign up for True Trading Group, you start a path to become the ultimate entrepreneur, to bet on yourself. You are literally starting your own business. You're going into business with yourself. And you are able to do it from anywhere from $3 to $2,000. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And yeah. So,
I mean, if you're on here, it's Valentine's Day. You want to know what Mark has to say about probably the crazy CPI data and all that stuff and what trades we made. But you're here. You could be doing anything else right now. And a lot of you all I see on here, every time I'm on here, you want to hear, all right? So you want to do this, but you're gonna have to invest a little bit of money, not much money, a whole lot of time, a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of nights.
I wonder if
Mike said something, I think yesterday. He said, it's just like any other job where you don't go in knowing everything, and then you have like this learning process, this learning time. It's just like that, I guess. Essentially, I never thought of it that way, but it is.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. So, yeah, we still have a lot to talk about. We got to go over the CPI number and what I think this all means from here. But that was kind of trade of the day there on ENPH. And if you guys want to get some butts inside chat, trade with us, catch these moves with us. You don't have to worry about chasing trade alerts. We tell you what we're going to do before we do it. Everybody in chat knew we get to 211 on ENPH, I'm going to short it.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that was Shy said, hey, we get to 210, 212, I'm shorting ENPH. Like,
real quick, I gotta go because I gotta get home. My wife's boyfriend is taking her out for Valentine's Day. so I'm gonna go home and watch the kids like a good husband.
Like you should, as you
That's
should.
right. That's right.
All right.
No, I'm just joking. I'm not really gonna watch the kids.
That's the part he's joking about. Not the other part.
Not the wife's boyfriend.
All right, guys. So like I said, go to ttgthree.com, join our trial, see if TTG is right for you. We'll see if you are right for TTG. Click, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this. It's a one-time payment of $3. You all have $3. All right, there's no automatic renewal. There's no recurring payment. We do not charge you anything ever again. You would have to manually accept our offer if you wanted to become an annual member of True Trading Group. We are not going to charge you another dollar. You have to physically do it yourself. So go to ttgthree.com. 7 full trading days. I charge my credit card to join TTG. Best decision, learning to trade daily. Started with $100, built up to 16K, 10K.
Boom!
Yes, Kathleen Duke. I love you, Kathleen Duke. Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, that's
Mike,
incredible.
I'm going to give you all one personally before I sign off.
Give it to him.
Hide your kids, hide your wives. For everyone that caught the ENPH trade with Mike and I, let me give you a cha-ching. Let's go. And I'll see you all in chat tomorrow. Good night, y'all.
Take care, Shai. Great job. All right, folks. So there you have it. Kathleen Duke, congrats. And I just saw that you had a business in the Ozarks. I'm wondering if Marty Bird's your accountant. Such an amazing show. If you guys have not seen Ozarks yet, it is such a damn good show. So anyway, all right. So congrats, everyone that was able to capitalize on the ENPH trade. I mean, don't mind me. I was just kind of charting here while Adam and Shai were talking, going over some levels and stuff. We also hit Microsoft today off of 270. We talked about 270 being a key level of support, and that was the long that we took. So we took Microsoft. I'll just show you guys. We took Microsoft long right here. All right, right here was the long on Microsoft today, and then we were able to sell into this move. ENPH being the much bigger move, but 2 for 2 on these trades. Was able to capitalize on that move on Microsoft to the long side, but then the bigger P&L move was in fact the ENPH trade to the downside. Okay, so congratulations to all of our members that capitalize on it. 2 for 2 for me today. It is a beauty of a day. Let's talk about the SPY and what the hell happened here today, guys. Everybody wants to know, why the hell did the market not crash today? First of all, what were the CPI numbers? The CPI numbers came in today 6.4 year-over-year headline number. The expectation was 6.2. The prior month was 6.5. The core CPI number came in at 5.6. The expectation was 5.5. The prior month was 5.7. The month-over-month number was expected to be 0.4, came in at 0.5. It's a hotter than expected CPI number all across the board. I would be lying to you if I told you that I would have thought we would have been flat on a CPI print of 6.4, 5.6, and 0.5 month over month. I'd be lying to you if I told you that, hey, I thought that's what the markets would have done. It is not what I thought the markets were going to do. I'm actually very surprised of how well the market held up today in the face of that higher than expected CPI data report, which really leaves me with a head scratcher of a predicament. One of the big advantages that we have as traders in True Trading Group is that, the moderators and we focus very hard on making sure that we are on the right side of the momentum. Meaning if the markets are going to go, if the Dow is going to be up 350 points on a day, do we really want to be short stocks? Or if the market's going to be down 600 points on a day, do we really want to try to be long something like Amazon or Meta, right? You want to try to go with the overall flow of the market, and being on the right side of that even flow can help you, buy dips or short rallies depending on what direction you think the market's going to go. How do you know support and resistance levels are going to hold versus break, right? So being able to identify the direction, the flow of the market is important. You're at a point now where you get the CPI number and it's hotter than expected, meaning it's higher than expected. And she's saying, what do you mean by hotter? Meaning it's higher than what the expectation was, meaning inflation was worse. Inflation was higher than what everybody expected it to be. Art Cashin came on today. If you guys don't know who Art Cashin is, he's someone whose opinion I value greatly, and you should all value his opinion because he is the single most experienced trader on the New York Stock Exchange floor. Art Cashin is Director of Trading Floor Operations at UBS. He has like literally over 60 years of experience. Guy's a dinosaur. Has the most experience out of anybody. He's been through it all. He has seen it all. And when he speaks, I listen. And he came out today and he said, based on his information and the traders that he's talking to, is a lot of traders just did not know how to take the CPI data with the new weightings and the new adjustments that they made to how CPI is now reported. And we talked about yesterday on the live stream about what changes they made in the reportings of CPI. And he said that, there's arguments being made on both sides. There's arguments being made that this is a bullish number or this is a bearish number. He's like, there's traders that are making arguments for both sides of this trade. This is not a clear cut, hey, buy the farm or, hey, throw the baby out with the bathwater type of scenarios. That's not what this number really was. There was a lot of confusion around this number, and that confusion can really be seen in the price action of the market today. We were down, then we were up, then we were down, then up, then down, then up, then sideways. Like there's a lot of indecision in this market today. And now that leaves you with going here to the daily chart. And I got to be completely honest with you guys, this single fact that we did not sell off today leads me to believe that this price action today is bullish. I personally think the CPI number is bearish, but the price action today, in my opinion, is bullish. I look at that CPI number and I get worried now that you're going to get shocked in March when the Fed has their next Fed meeting, because Jerome Powell told you during his interview at the Economic Council in Washington, D.C., that if we get a higher than expected CPI inflation data, if we still get a labor market that is still extremely tight, that they're going to have to raise rates higher and for longer than they're currently expected. And right now they're expected to go to 5.1, which means you've got 2 more 25 basis point hikes still to come. If you get strong labor data over the next couple of weeks, and then you get another CPI number, next month, and let's say that CPI number comes in at 6.3, and it shows you that inflation is coming down at a snail's pace now after coming down rapidly off of 9%. From 9 to 6.5 was rapid, was fast. But now you went from 6.5 to 6.4. Well, what happens if you go from 6.4 to 6.2 or 6.3 and the pace of that decline really, really slows? And that shows you just how sticky inflation actually is. In the meanwhile, the unemployment rate only ticks up to 3.5% from the current 3.4, which is the lowest number you've seen since 1969. And you continue to get initial jobless claims under 200K, and you get more job creation than people initially expect. And the labor market continues to stay strong. Wage inflation continues to push higher. Real average hourly earnings continues to push higher. That's going to be a real problem for the Federal Reserve. The market is in a place of, in my opinion, complete and total complacency. The market is now naive to the fact to just believe that inflation is just going to, that's it. The inflation problem is now over. The inflation problem is not over. It's been coming down. Yes, it's a very good thing, the data points that you've seen over the last several months. But this report tells me that it's still sticky. And it's not coming down as quickly as people thought. And I told you guys this on my last couple of live streams, that for inflation to go from 9% to 6.5 was easy. It's a lot harder to go from 6.5 to, let's say, 3.5. A lot harder. And this report shows you that. 0.5% month over month. You realize the last month in December, the month over month was only 0.1. Now it's 0.5. That is eye-opening to me. And I think the market has just come to the point where I just think inflation is going to continue to come down. I think that's naive. I think that's arrogant. I think you have to remain open to the fact that you may get another hot CPI print in March. What happens if China's reopening really continues to surge and pushes commodity prices higher? What happens if over the next month, okay, oil prices start to move back to $80 a barrel and starts to go higher? What happens if gasoline prices go back to $4 a gallon? What happens if mortgage rates start drop underneath 6% and you see a massive surge in mortgage demand? Mortgage demand went up in January. What if it starts to go back up while supply still remains extremely low in real estate? And you get all of a sudden this resurgence of home buyers. What is that going to all start to do to that CPI number? You may have a situation where the market may feel like we're in a good spot for the next couple of weeks, but the Federal Reserve may come out then in March and say CPI is no longer coming down as fast as we thought, and the labor market is still extremely strong. Therefore, we're moving our Fed funds target from 5.1 to 5.6. And that would insinuate that they have not 2 more, but 4 more 25 basis point rate hikes. I do not believe you're going to see a 50 or 75 basis point rate hike. I think that from here on out, you're just going to get 25 basis point rate hikes from here on out. The question is, how many more are you going to get? Unless you get a real shocker and a real like inflation actually goes up, and let's say CPI print comes in at like 6.9 or 7.2, then you'll probably get another 50 basis point rate hike, and then we'd have a serious problem. I don't envision that being the case. I still envision inflation coming down, but it's a matter of how fast does it come down. If it's not coming down as quickly as people would keep, as the Fed would like, the labor market still remains extremely tight. You could see that in March, and I do not think the market is prepared for that. And that level of complacency could result in a rug pull type of scenario. But there's a lot of time in between now and then. You're not getting your Fed meeting until the end of March. It's only February 14th. You have weeks and weeks of trading before that happens. And if the market's going to absorb a hotter than expected CPI print and just brush it off as, oh, well, this is the new data set and we have to see really how the numbers come in. It's not really that inflation's higher than we thought. It's really just this new weighting that's being given to the last, the 2021, consumer spending numbers, which is offsetting some of the weightings of different categories and everything, and they just brush it off. This market could move higher, and you're looking at your next level of resistance is going to be up around 430. So you have resistance at 420, which has not yet been broken. Okay, so your resistance level here at 420, you guys can see this on the daily chart, right? And that's pivot resistance here. You'll see then pivot resistance there before the Jackson Hole meeting. That is going to be your next level of resistance. But if that level gets broken and people start seeing, oh yeah, strong labor market means soft landing, you break through 420, then you're talking about a move to 430. And 430, my friends, I will tell you this now, 430 is an absolute monster of a level of resistance. And I will tell you now, if we get to 430 on the SPY within the next couple of weeks going into the Fed meeting, I will be buying put options for a swing trade. And I'm going to look for the market to go all the way back down to, eventually for it to go back down to like 400. And I will catch a swing trade off of that 430 level. I'll catch a swing trade off of that 430 level, and my stop loss would be around 437, 438. And I would just sit on that and give myself like a $7-8 point cushion, and I'll just hold it and I'll look for a 30-point move back to the downside. And that would be how I would play that trade. It would be a much longer duration type of trade. I'll be holding that trade for probably a couple of months. So I'll buy put options that expire probably sometime in November. And I maybe go after like the 420 or 410 strike put and just buy it and just sit on it for the next couple of months. I think 430 would be too big of a resistance level. And if we do get there, then I think the Fed has to be extra aggressive in March. And then that gives you a bit of a pullback and brings the markets back to a place of honesty rather than complacency. And I'm starting to feel that the market is getting to a state of complacency. And in my opinion, that's not necessarily a good thing. But in the near term, I can't ignore the fact how well the market traded today. And I'm going to remain neutral. I'm going to remain unbiased. I'm going to trade the setups that I see in front of me. I'm going to trade the data that the markets give me. I'm not going to allow bias to get in the way. I'm not going to allow the fact that, hey, the CPI data was hot. The market should have went down. So I'm just going to continuously buy puts. Well, no, because I have to pay attention to the charts, and the charts don't lie. So my initial thought is this is bullish price action on what I think was a bearish report. I don't have very high conviction on direction from this point forward. I'm going to try very hard to come into every trading day for the next couple of days with a very neutral stance and a very neutral point. And I'll let the market show me relative strength and relative weakness in individual names to put ourselves in the best position to profit in the highest probability type of setups, rather than come into the day with a long or short bias like we tend to try to do when I have high conviction on market direction. I do not have high conviction on market direction after today's price action mixed with CPI data. And I'm humble enough to tell you guys that. Sometimes I have very high conviction on direction. Other times I don't. And you need to be able to trade your plan accordingly based on that conviction on direction. And that's exactly how we will continue to put ourselves in the best possible position to profit going forward. So congratulations, all of my teaching members, for capitalizing on the action today. There is going to be a hell of a lot more of this. We need to be paying attention to the labor market data that's going to be coming out going forward. Any type of wage data is something that we're going to be paying attention to as well. That average hourly earnings, all of those statistics are things that we need to pay very close attention to as we get into the back half of February, and you get more jobs data as you get closer to the end of the year. The end of the month. All right. So that's all, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. We had a lot of honest and open talk. I hope you guys got some value. Hope you guys got some value out of this live stream. Hope it helps you have a better understanding of kind of what transpired today and what my thoughts are now going forward and how we're going to be able to profit. So guys, go to ttgthree.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, sign up for our trial. It's 7 days. It's only $3. It's a one-time payment. It's 7 trading days. Weekends and holidays do not count against your 7 days. And based on your engagement as a trial member, we may or may not invite you to become an annual member of True Trading Group. There is no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade. There's no reoccurring payment. Just go sign up for our trial, and you guys can get your butts inside chat and trade with myself, Shai, and the rest of the teaching moderators each and every single day in real time. All right. Start taking advantage of this volatility, folks. It's unbelievable. Thanks for joining me, guys. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.